From farm fresh adventures to high-octane storytelling, this episode has it all. We're exploring a must-visit stop on Georgia Farm Bureau's Farm Passport and then catching up with the one and only biker dad, Chris Best. Stick around, it's going to be a wild ride. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Locally Florida, where we bring you the best of the Gulf Coast. I'm your host, Tori Glass, and today's episode is packed with adventure. First, we're hitting the road to visit a farm featured in the Georgia Farm Bureau's Farm Passport program. It's an amazing way to explore local agriculture and discover fresh, homegrown flavors. So if you love good food and great experiences, then this one's for you. Then we're shifting gears, literally, with returning guest Chris Best, also known as Biker Dad. He's an award-winning journalist, a passionate advocate for the riding community, and a storyteller who's always on the move. We'll talk about why he started his show, Biker Dad, so buckle up, it's gonna be a great one. But before we jump into the road, let's take a look at the upcoming events taking place right here in our area on our Florida Focus.
Mark your calendars for Wine on the Water on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Blue Wahoo Stadium. This grand tasting event features exquisite wines, craft beers, and delightful mocktails paired with culinary masterpieces from Pensacola's finest chefs. Enjoy vibrant live entertainment, the excitement of the croquet and roast tournament on the field, and breathtaking views of the GL52 racing team sailing across the bay. Best of all, this memorable afternoon benefits the Sacred Heart Foundation. We invite you to be part of this meaningful initiative that combines the joy of food and wine with the power of giving back to our community. Together, we can create an unforgettable experience while making a lasting impact on healthcare accessibility in Pensacola. Let's celebrate our city, our spirit, and the meaningful work we can accomplish as one. The Fiesta Pensacola Children's Treasure Hunt is a free event for Pensacola. Registration begins at 11 a.m. at Museum Plaza in downtown Pensacola. Registration is required for entry for prize drawings. There will be no pre-registration. Food service will begin at 11:30 a.m. and the prize ceremony at our prize zone, sponsored by Pete Morse Chevrolet, will begin at 2 p.m. All registered children will be entered into grand prize drawings with multiple prizes per group. Prizes include bicycles, tricycles, summer camp sessions, water activities, art easels, sporting event tickets, and so much more. This free event will include fun for the whole family. Free registration and free lunch are from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The day will include games for children and families, face painting, snow cones, interactive museum scavenger hunt, and visits from various community organizations. All families in attendance will receive free lunch, chips, snow cones, Coca-Cola products, and water. Join Mickey Mouse and friends for an enchanting experience at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party, coming to the Pensacola Bay Center from March 28th through 30th. This captivating ice skating show invites families to embark on a magical adventure filled with beloved Disney characters, stunning choreography, and dazzling costumes. As Mickey and the gang set out on a quest to find the lost treasure of memories, audiences will be transported to iconic Disney worlds. Watch as your favorite characters from films like Moana, Toy Story, and Frozen come to life on the ice, creating unforgettable moments for fans of all ages. With thrilling performances, upbeat music, and a sprinkle of Disney magic, Mickey's Search Party promises to be an exhilarating experience for everyone. Don't miss your chance to be part of this delightful journey. Grab your tickets and get ready for a spectacular show. Join us for the 21st Annual Triple B Festival. Our beloved festival is back, and we've got exciting plans for this year. We're thrilled to announce the return of our beloved barbecue competition, where top backyard pitmasters will face off to serve up the best smoky, savory creations. Don't miss a day packed with mouth-watering barbecue, soulful blues, refreshing brews, unique vendors, and fun for the whole family. Whether you're here for the flavors, the music, or the good times, there's something for everyone. Mark your calendar and join the celebration.
Hey there, I'm Tori here in the beautiful Appalachian Mountains with my friend Patricia from our sister station Living 757.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here, Tori. We are here at the Georgia Farm Bureau and we're going to be visiting one of the farms today, LJ Mushrooms.
Yes, LJ Mushrooms is one of the many farms on the Passport program. So let's go see what they have in store for us today.
Let's go. Tori, I'm so excited because now we have a special guest with us, Kelly from the Georgia Farm Bureau. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
And I see you have your passports already. So if you open up on your very first page, all of these red dots are farms that invite you to come out and visit them. No two are alike, which is what I love. So we have everything from mushroom farms to cattle farms to lavender farms, Christmas tree farms, and any type of you pick that you can imagine.
Oh, wow, how excited is
So
that?
as you're going and you visit these farms, you will literally get your passport stamp as if you were going to another country.
Oh my goodness. So there's a physical stamp process that you can work through the entire passport with.
Yes.
Yes, and it's
nice.
so important that you get your stamp because at the end of the year, you win prizes.
So Kelly, other than visiting the farms, what can travelers expect from the Georgia Farm Bureau Passport when they come here?
Yes, so in addition to like the freshest foods that you can find anywhere, because you're getting it right from the source, you can also do like hay rides. If you love ice cream, this is the place. But also you can do all kinds of classes. So if you want to learn to garden yourself, or you want to learn to can, or even cooking classes.
I know we're in for a big adventure as we go into the LJ Mushroom Farm today.
Yes, I can't wait to introduce you to Howard.
There's several greenhouses surrounding us right now, and I'm excited to go look inside one of them.
Well, thank you all for coming to the mushroom farm. Right now we're standing outside greenhouse number 2.
Okay.
We have 10 houses currently, 10 greenhouses, and this is where the mushroom magic happens. I would love to take you both in to see the shiitakes. Come on into greenhouse number 2. This is where all the shiitake mushrooms grow. All of them are growing on these logs.
How do these mushrooms end up on this log?
Well, these logs, even they're called a log, it's really a composite of hardwood sawdust. And then what we do is that we get the sawdust with either some wheat bran, soybean hulls, and then also add mycelium. So the white stuff right here is the seed of your mushrooms. So what will happen is after we harvest for the first time, we'll let the mushroom logs rest for about 20 days. And then we can inject it with water or turn on our sprinklers and add water. Mushrooms are like 90% water or moisture. So if you don't have any moisture, you don't have any mushrooms. So that's why like after a rain in the spring and fall, you always see mushrooms the next day.
Yes.
They like the cool nights, warm days, and the moisture. And that's what we try to mimic in these greenhouses.
Wow. The babies are growing. So how do we know when they're ready to harvest?
The best way to know is that you want to make sure that the gills are open. So right now,
okay, I see
if
it.
you could kind of look at it underneath, compared to these where the gills are closed, right?
Oh,
So that means these ones have a little bit longer to grow.
how do we do it?
All right, so
From
what
the
you want to
top,
do,
from the bottom?
you want to grab it from the base and just snap it off. The ones that are open, you can go ahead and pop off.
I'm not going to hurt it, am I?
Nope,
Okay.
but go ahead and give it a try.
There you
Well,
go.
guess what? Congratulations.
Cheers.
You're both a mushroom farmer now.
There you go.
I want to know more about these mushrooms. So they start off here, but where do they end up?
So we sell to Whole Foods in the South, so that's 48 plus stores, Ingles grocery stores, anything from your mom and pop restaurant to Michelin stars.
I love that.
Our packaging has no plastic in it. It's 100% recyclable, and it says LJ Mushrooms right on the top. And really at the farm, we focus on zero waste. We're almost there. We're under 1%.
Wow.
So every mushroom log, every mushroom that falls on the floor, every stem, we take up to to our compost facility and turn into another byproduct.
So you're not only harvesting delicious mushrooms, but you're also helping to save the world.
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing?
One mushroom at a time. Welcome to the packing house.
Yes.
This is where the finished product goes. And right now we're currently packing the bulk shiitake mushrooms. We do this for our oyster mushrooms also. Here are some examples of some of our oyster mushrooms that we grow.
Oh my God, Tori, they look like a flower.
Yeah,
Yes.
they definitely look
Very
different
pretty.
than the shiitake.
These grow differently. We also have some other oyster trailers that grow our oyster mushrooms and our lion's mane.
Wow.
So mushrooms isn't the only thing that you guys do here at LOJ Farms. Tell me about the whole experience.
Well, besides wandering around in the greenhouses and seeing how the mushrooms grow, we also have amazing you-pick flowers, zinnias, dahlias, cosmos, and a few other varieties that are going to come this year. We also hope to have our picnic tables installed by midsummer so you can come out with your family and have a picnic out here. We also have like really cool yard art, mushroom yard art, and some fun selfie walls.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for having us today. What a great experience, Tori. I love it.
Thank y'all so much for coming,
Yes.
and I can't wait for the next farm.
Yes, it was a blast. You have to come and visit. Georgia Farms would love to have you. Bye. Welcome back to Locally Florida. And also, welcome back, Chris, for another segment here on the show. We spoke to you a few weeks ago, and Chris is an award-winning journalist and the creative force behind Biker Dad TV, which is all about community and motorcycle safety and a whole lot more, being a dad.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to talk to you again because I want to hear more about the dad part of Biker Dad. So you're a father of four, proud father of four.
Yep.
And also, you're the, like I said, creative force behind the show. So what's it like for your kids and to be a family man and also on TV on a motorcycle?
It's awesome. Well, kids are kids, so you know how they are. But it was funny when we worked together at a television station before, and I just did it as a blog. My kids were kind of more annoyed by it because we go, they have to drag them to these motorcycle events, and I have to talk to everybody because they knew who I was, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm not by any means like celebrity, but in a certain niche, I'm really well known. So they just have to sit there and watch me talk about myself and everything. But during COVID, when I actually quit my job for lack of a better term, I hate saying this, but to become an influencer in the motorcycle community, that's when my kids were like, now they're impressed.
Oh, wow.
And so my son, who's now a freshman at the University of Alabama, had no like interest in it at all. But then he saw that his dad is doing what he wants to do and found a way to turn it into a business and thought that was really cool. So I'm just really coaching him to and my kids to do the opposite of what I did, where I worked a career for 25 years and then finally said, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my life? And at 47-year-old, start a whole different career and my own business. Do that when you're 23, when you don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
And so I just really encourage young people, my own kids, anybody else, to find the thing you love and try to turn that into a business of your own instead of going and slaving for somebody else for 25 years like I did.
Yeah, and like you said, you pursued your passion now at the second chapter of life, but you're kind of, honestly, it sounds like you're the number one influencer for your children because, they're seeing what you're doing and they're seeing dad take a new route and it being okay, which is wonderful. It's working out.
And the ironic thing is I travel all over the country now, and before I would travel once a year maybe for a couple of days for business. But I see my kids more because when I'm home. I'm sitting in the living room on my laptop working or whatever.
Yeah.
And I can go to their soccer games like I couldn't when I was a TV news executive, or go to the wrestling matches, or, even take a weekend to go do whatever I want to do and not be at dinner angry texting with my boss at 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Well, and I we knew each other back when we worked together. And first of all, I cannot believe your son is already a freshman in college. That's amazing. But you seem a lot happier too. So I can tell that you're enjoying your passion. And do you have any advice for anyone who's watching who is maybe on the verge of making a leap like that?
Yeah, have a plan and make sure that it's something you can actually accomplish. I first of all, like I said, if you're young, just whatever it is you want to do, if you think you want to be the next Ariana Grande and you can't sing, you can do it. And so what if it fails? you learn more by failing, so try and fail. I told my son his 19th birthday is this weekend, and he's talking about what he's going to do after college or during the summer. Like, go to Europe and backpack and be broke. I'm not going to be that guy who tells you not to do that, because I wish I had done it. When I got out of college, I got a TV job making $18,000 a year, and I was like, oh, I made it, and then I realized I was broke. I should have gone to law school like I wanted to. I should have gone and backpacked across Italy and been poor and do it. Just do it. My business really got successful when I quit my job in television news and was sitting on my couch on a Thursday night, and it's like, there's a bike night tonight. I'm like, I don't want to go to another one of those. And I was like, what else are you doing, idiot? Just get up and go. And then, so.
You love these things.
Yeah.
Like.
So then I went and saw, Chris Klotz, he's an attorney here in Pensacola. Saw him at that bike night and told him what I wanted to do. I'm quitting my job and start my own TV show. He wrote me a check and said, I'm your first sponsor.
Oh my goodness.
And then invited me to this legal conference in Orlando, and I signed up like 8 more sponsors. And all of a sudden I went from, how am I going to make this work, to a very successful business in like 2 weeks. And that was the lessons, like, just get up off your butt and go do it. And it's, even if it's something, I don't care what it is, it's more beneficial to go do something than just sit and worry and whatever. And don't worry about having your life figured out when you're 47, let alone 17 or 27. Just like
you said, try, and if you fail 1,000 times, you're still doing more than if you were not trying at all. And
I got into journalism and television news because I loved it. I had a passion for it. And then like 25 years into it, I'm like, this is not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to spread misinformation that, or whatever it is. That I don't want to be this media that everybody hates, and they had good reason for some of it. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore.
So now you're doing what you love, and you're, inspiring people online, people in the motorcycle community. You're telling other people's stories. Is there a story that maybe stands out since you've been doing the TV show on Biker Dad TV that you want to share with us today?
There's been a bunch, but one of my favorites is, this is quite a few years ago, actually, when I started as a blog in Memphis. I met this kid who has Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and that's really, really bad version of it. But his parents reached out to me, and I went and took a motorcycle, and we had a race. He raced his electric motorcycle next to mine.
Oh, wow.
And the kid wasn't supposed to live much longer, and 10 years later, he's still out there rocking and rolling. And it's stuff like that I see. One of the first stories I ever did was a little girl with a lung disorder that she's still around. It's just awesome, helping St. Jude Hospital, things like that.
Oh man, there's so many good stories, and they sound really heartfelt too. So y'all are gonna have to check out Biker Dad TV, check out his blog and all of the social medias. Where can people go to find you online?
tvbikerdad.com, and just at tvbikerdad for all my social media. There's like a Grateful Dead looking skull is what you want to look for.
Yep, we'll have it on there. And thanks, Chris, for coming on and sharing more about the background. You're a living example of what it's like when someone follows their passion and does what they want to do and is also successful at it. So it's a great story to share.
Yeah. And one of the things to remember too that I started off my business as was do the right thing, do things right, and the money will come. I have found when you're trying to just chase money that it doesn't work out, and when you just do what you love and try to do right and do right by people, it just kind of happens. So.
You're always taken care of that way, yeah. Well, thank you, Chris, for coming on. All right, guys, stick around. There's more to come. We'll be right back after this quick break.
It's mostly sand and gravel, mostly solid rock, but I've busted a dozen handles out here trying to prove it's not. I've seen a few hit streak up the hill from old Hangtown. The ones that cry Eureka, they're the ones that don't come down. You gotta whisper gold, whisper gold, whisper gold and hush. And a 49er out here wouldn't kill you for your dust. One man can work a cradle, do 100 bucket day, just a rocker box and a ladle and the back to make it pay. But a long Tom works an outfit takes a cut, And once they've seen the elephant, they all start smelling blood. You gotta whisper gold, whisper gold, whisper gold. And hush, ain't a 49er out here wouldn't kill you for your blood. Now the ones that made a fortune ain't the fools out digging claims. They're the ones who set up stores and sold picks and pans and spades. But once you got that fever and once that color pulls, you'll wash the whole damn river for just a half a quinine full. You gotta whisper gold, whisper gold, whisper gold. And hush, ain't a 49er out here wouldn't kill you for your love. She was 15 square, and I'd sunk her 10 foot deep when I seen her shining down there in the clay beneath my feet. I tried not to yell, but I could not keep it in. Now I haunt these hills, just a warning on the wind. Then you gotta whisper gold, whisper gold, whisper gold, and hush, ain't a 49er out here wouldn't kill you for your dust. You gotta whisper gold, whisper gold, whisper gold, and hush, ain't a 49er out here wouldn't kill you for your dust.
And that's a wrap on another amazing episode. We got our hands a little dirty on the farm, and we hit the road with Biker Dad. Talk about a well-rounded adventure. A huge thanks to our guests for sharing their stories, and to you, our viewers, for coming along for the ride. Make sure to follow us on social media and stay tuned for more exciting adventures. And as always, keep exploring Florida and our Gulf Coast. I'll see you next time on Locally Florida.